Friends, Paul here at the ranch. Today we're down at one of my favorite workstations. This is a bench that I do a lot of my gun cleaning. I do a lot of, I did the other day, I did a video when I was sharpening my chainsaw, but I use this bench quite a bit. Today we're going to be focused on lubricating a 1911. Lubricating a handgun is a big and important thing in terms of being a marksman and how you can best take care of your guns. Today we're going to be using a product from Lucas Oil, and I've been using Lucas Oil for about 7 years. Again, I'm not represented or paid endorser of any of these. This is something that I use. I personally, I think it's just the most fantastic product. I've been using it for about 7 years, and what I like about it is it's great in cold conditions. I've used it here in the Northeast. It's great in warm condition in arid areas. I've had it out at Arizona at Gunsight. But this oil performs fantastically well. The other thing I like about it is this applicator bottle. It's got this little like needle type deployment, and I can put this anywhere on the firearm. If you've had other gun oils, sometimes they'll come with these twist caps or pop-off caps, and the oil seems to go everywhere. This, I can be very precise and intentional about where I want to put the oil in a particular firearm. So Lucas Oil, great stuff. We're going to be using it today. Today we're going to be lubricating a 1911. And before we get started, let's do a safety check. So first we're going to look, and we see that there's no rounds in the chamber. I visually see it. I also make just a check with my finger, make sure there's no rounds in there, and I can ensure this is a safe gun. We also know there's no ammunition around, and we're good to go. So this gun is a gold cup. This gun is special to me. I bought this gun over 25 years ago at Green Top Sporting Goods outside of Richmond, Virginia. I absolutely love this gun. It was my first Colt. It was a Colt in 45 ACP, and I just love this gun. So let's get down to lubricating it. And I would suggest that you lubricate your gun every time you go out to shoot. In fact, in particular with a 1911, you really can't over lubricate the gun, so make sure the gun is always well lubricated. Starting out with the barrel, we're going to put a couple drops on the barrel. We're going to work that in, and what we're protecting it against is against the friction between the barrel and the barrel bushing. So we're going to work that in a little bit. That's good. And we're going to go to the back of the gun, and we're going to be working on the slide rails. So these rails on the slide, we're going to put couple drops on that side, couple drops on this side. Also very important for stainless guns in particular, because stainless steel has a tendency to gall. It's true of all guns, but stainless steel in particular. So put it on its head a little bit and let that oil drift down, and then I'll slowly work it into those rails. You can always start to feel the lessening of the friction that you're feeling. And then the last thing we're going to do, and this was a tip that was given to me by Justin Baldini. He's a marketer at Colt, just a fantastic practitioner, a great shooter, pistol shooter, MSR shooter. He's also an armorer. But he suggested if you only had one drop of oil to put on your gun, where would you put it? And his suggestion is put it on the barrel hood. And you can see the amount of wear that you find. And like barrel steel from a company like Colt is forged US. It's extremely strong. But when you put it just on that barrel hood, you work it in, and this gun is very well lubricated and ready to go. So we've lubricated the barrel, we've lubricated the slide rails, we've lubricated the hood of the barrel, and this gun is ready for a shoot and ready to go out for competition. The last tip I want to give this group is this. Mark Reddle, we were doing an event, and I had put a gun down in this fashion. And Mark came to me and said, Paul, always when you lay a gun down on a bench, you lay the gun down with the port side facing up. And it made sense. The minute he said it, this gives you a visual that everywhere up and down the line, they can see that this gun is in a safe condition. If I lay the gun down this way, especially if there was a magazine in it, it's one slide stop away from potentially being a hot gun. And in that manner, from every event, from every media day, from that point forward, every time I lay down a gun on a bench, I try as best I can to always lay it down with a port side facing up. With that, Always be safe out there. God bless you, and thanks for watching.